Okay, we are about to start Banner Saga 2. For those of you watching on YouTube, we've just finished the first part of the Banner Saga. We're bumping into the second part. I have not played 2 yet. Deadbeat Artist has not played 2, but it makes 2 of us. So this is completely blind for me. This will probably be a pretty short video, on YouTube at least, because we don't have terribly too much time left in our stream session here. I may, if those of you in the chat don't mind, I may push it a bit past 10 so that we can get into this a bit before we quit. I'm presuming if I hit new game I can load import saved game. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let day 151, 928, that's us.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem fleytir okkur áfram. Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sundren known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dreads, assaulting another hopeless village.
Shit, we're gonna get right into a fight? We probably are, aren't we? This is gonna be like a tutorial. Oh boy. Who are we gonna have? The saga continues. Renown +5. Move away from those glowing rocks. Yeah, good idea, dude. This one's mine. Oh, you didn't move fast enough. Oh no! No, no! To the depths with you! Oh. Is that a let? Nice. She's a killer now. We'll handle the rest. Pull back. Hakon, Ivor, the gang's all here. My thanks, strangers. Hakon says better to let him keep fighting. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Basically, it says, check out our awesome animation. Let us know when you're ready to not look anymore. Big fight going on back there, or at least a lot of dredge. Ooh. There's a Varl back there pretty much by himself, and a backbiter, and another archer, and another spearman, and another archer. This place is doomed. These portraits show the order. We know how this goes. Movement happens before action. We know how that goes as well. Some heroes fill more tiles than others. We know that. Slay him. Yeah, I want to do his strength. Just He's down. Okay. Without an enemy to reach, this dredge grunt will choose to smash an obstacle in his way. Obstacles on the combat board will make you change tactics, so plan wisely to make them work for your benefit. We haven't encountered too many obstacles in the first game, certainly not ones that we could do damage to, so that's new. Hakon's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all heroes can use willpower to boost their actions. Clicking your hero's tile at any time will also bring up all of his combat options, including move, ability, attack, and end turn. Sundering Impact. So him. Pillage mode. We know what that is. Okay, who's this bastard? Alio. Alio? If the character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. Alio will rest this turn. Looks like the Dredger's in some trouble. Let won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost her damage. Click the Dredger's grunt. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we've successfully helped this village fend off an attack. The villagers' reactions range from terrified by the foes to awestruck at your arrival. Their leader approaches and bows in front of Ivor. I'm going to say this guy's name is Alio. Your timing makes me think the gods have returned. Please, He stops when Ivor nods his head towards you. Man peers under your hood. Yes, so the first game we played as pretty much either Hakon or Rook, and the latter half of the game was almost exclusively Hakon. Rook. With Rook having died in the fight against Belor, Alette now, I think, is the character that we're playing as, at least in the early going here in part 2. Alio says, a girl leads those who saved us from those things? Ivor says, the first game didn't have quotation marks around what they said. It just said Ivor, and then it said the text. She ordered us to land, and those things are dredge, like the ones you probably heard about as a kid. Alio says, between losing so many clansmen and this, I feel I'm not myself. I thank you, child. He whips his cloak back with a flourish. What is this guy, a swashbuckler? I am Alio the Skald. And your name? Alette says, Alette, and this is Ivor. Alio says, ah, names destined for history. Ivor says, sounds like the brave poet is going to use us in a few proper verses. Alio says, I'll even make them rhyme, given the time. Theater major here. His smile seems genuine, as much as the concern that follows. Alio says, do you have any idea what might be causing the deep rumbling underfoot? Alette says, deep rumbling? Ivor says, could that be the giant serpent again? Alio says, the serpent is the sun. Radomir? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. Alette says, I don't think the sun serpent would break mountains and try to swallow us all. Ivor says, who could say what the sun stopped in the sky like it is? Alio looks skeptical. Alio says, tell me, did you just come from Boersgard? We heard rumor the Sunder Bellower was sacking the town. Yeah, we could give this guy our life story. Public says I like him already. We could tell this guy the whole spiel, but there's obviously more dredge waiting in the woods. We need to get the hell out of here. We should leave. We can always tell him this later. We should leave before the dredge regroup. Alio looks shocked and confused. Ivor says, a topic for another time, Skald. Maybe. The Skald nods his understanding, but another question creases his brow. We don't know Skald yet. We didn't see that at all in the first game. Presumably this is just a tribe of humans? This isn't a separate race, I don't think. Alio says, leave? Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. This guy has no idea. Dude, our home is halfway across the world. We had to leave it behind weeks ago. Months ago. I think Alette, at this point, would be not cynical, but she wouldn't have much time for trying to convince people. She would just be like, look, this is the reality. Deal with it, dude. I lost my dad. We've all lost something. Just, you can't stay here. Alio says, after how many you just put down? Even those creatures must know when they're beaten. Alette says, we've almost never seen them stop. And no one knows why they push on so hard. Ivor says, we don't know much about them at all. Alio looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Alio says, packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ships soon. You watch Alio rejoin his family. Ivor says, moves his hands too much when he talks. It's unsettling. Okay. You smile, but say nothing. Yeah, Alette might be a bit jaded now, mightn't she? Ivor says, people thinking we're heroes now? The world is breaking in more ways than one. Alette says, it's not the first time you've been called a hero. Ingvar. She used his original name. That's the first time she's ever said it, I think. Ivor, your father's closest friend, looks unamused. He is one of the giants known as Varl and has fought Dredge in the Northern Winters, personally killed one of their generals, the Sundar Rays, and lost an arm to the Sundar Bellower. Ivor says, your humor reminds me of your father's, since we're talking about things we'd rather avoid. Sarah, you're right. She has a bit of a 1,000-yard stare. I don't know if she had that before. I feel like before her look was a little bit more naive, like a little more childlike. I don't know that they changed anything, or this might all be in my head, but she looks a little bit... Maybe it's the shadow? I don't know. She just looks a little less patient with the world, maybe. I just keep going, just hoping I'll wake up and see my dad again. I know he's gone, but I don't know how to let him go. We're going to go with the jaded Alette right now. You can't really talk about it if I don't want to. That seems like the most appropriate answer given what we feel like we're getting from Alette's personality right now, although the exclamation point makes her sound angry, which I don't think she would really be. She'd be more just dismissive, I think. See, at the end of the last game, the end of the first part, I would think that she would be terribly mourning. 1 or 2 would be more appropriate. But how she's behaved in this first game so far, she's been very shut in. Maybe she would just say 4. Maybe we should just dismiss it entirely. The clansmen could use your strength in packing the ships. Just change the subject. Ivor says, fine, but they'll need your strength more than they'll ever need mine. He turns to leave, but stops. Just don't let whatever it is inside build up. It can crush you. That says, even if it did, it's not like it would change anything. The giant stares down at you for a long moment. Ivor says, your father gave everything to get us this far. Don't waste that. Ivor's words begin to sink in. He places his large hand on your shoulder. Ivor says, leading this group isn't easy, but Rook knew you could do it if you had to, and I'm telling you, you have to. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Well, the end of that conversation might lead Alette to be less cynical, maybe? Ivor was the friend that she needed right there. God damn, that's beautiful. Holy shit. Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked, Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says. Since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and mead for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Where can I find the merchants? You can't miss them, he says. A group of tents. They call a market. Thanks, Ubin. Of course, he says. Oh, I almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with their leader, Bolverk. But be careful, he's not like other Varl. Gives you information, blah, 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 blah. Banner indicates you have enough supplies to provision your caravan for 28 days of resting or travel. Acquire additional supplies in the market. So we have 7 renown. Our morale is poor. 174 clansmen, 283 Varl, 0 fighters. We're at day 1 of this adventure. Let's check the map to see where the hell we are. We're at Ormsdollar. So we sailed from Borsgard to Ormsdollar. So, for those of you who may be joining us on YouTube who did not watch the first game, we started out in Strand and Skoger, went all the way to Grofheim, down to Einertoft, down to Hochstorp, down to Ziegerholm, down to Borsgard. That's where the game ended, and we've since sailed over the deep Mott to Ormsdollar, which says, as Strom led some of the first men east, Ormsdollar was one of the most important places they settled, nestled in the Crook, where the Ormsa River splits. If Borsgard and Ormsdollar were twins, Ormsdollar would be the righteous brother trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Okay. We look at our heroes? We can't look at our heroes. Okay, market it is. Supplies. Blah, 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 blah. 28 days worth. Hell, that's a lot of days compared to what we're used to. Yeah, I get it. How do I... Okay, I have to buy some. 15. Okay, fine. We now have 4 renown. Can't buy any of these. Alright, game, fine. I'll play along. Ooh! I can talk to Odleaf. Or Bolverk. Let's talk to Odleaf first. She's familiar. Odleaf, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Right, she was kind of sort of falling in love with Rook there in the latter third of the last game. And now Rook is dead. And what her relationship with Lilette will be going forward. Odleaf says, "Give us a moment, will you?" The group walks away as Odleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. She says, "Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them." Lilette says, "Well, our clansmen all agreed." Odleaf says, "Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do, what your father did. Those under this banner agreed because they follow you." Her tone is forceful, and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Odleaf says, "Alette, they respected Rook, and that respect is passed to you, but give them any reason to doubt you, and it'll vanish." I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's put on a brave face so far, but I think with Odleaf, the wife of a chieftain, she's been in a leadership position. She watched Rook be in a leadership position. I think Alette might actually break down a little bit in front of her. You say, "I really don't know what I'm doing." Odleaf says, "Neither did your father, not always. But the caravan saw him as confident and competent." We made some horrible choices in the first game. Starved our caravan to death for the last 2 weeks of the game, pretty much. Alette says, yeah, but why? How? Oldleaf says, be decisive. For now, while you're proving yourself, keep your emotions private. Just my advice. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. She says, I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Alette says, training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe, but it takes time, and I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. Oldleaf says, as our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight and how many look for food. Alette says, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Ode. You turn to leave, but Oldleaf stops you. She grabs you in a tight hug. Oldleaf says, Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. Aw, that's very sweet. Her words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. Aw, she loved Rook. Well, crap, this game is big on the feels, isn't it? Yeah, we know all about negative renown. Negative poor morale. We know all about that. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Deadbeat. That's what I was talking about when I said I was interested in trying to plan for the next game. I think it's, I don't know, a young girl trying to lead a group with a dead father in her recent past seems more compelling to me than a father who's been leading for a while who lost his daughter. I don't know. They're both interesting, but Alette now is in a completely new position she's never been in before. Whereas Rook would be in the same position he was in, he'd just be mourning. I don't know, this seems different to me. The Varl mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to... What? Large female human fighter? We haven't seen any female Varl. Are talking to Juno, a member of the Spell-Weaving Menders Council. Yes, you're right, Deadbeat. Less ouchy. Bolverk looks annoyed, nothing unusual. Juno says, there is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard. Bolverk says, get this one to do it. Alette says, get me to do what? Juno is surprised by your presence. It doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Juno says, Alette is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. Volka, okay, a female human, right? She's not a Varl. Volka says, she's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? You're big for your small role? Yes, I agree, Publican. I don't know that we would insult this person the first time that we meet her. Defiant, I think. Let's still a little defiant. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Juno says, you're right. Sorry for being rude. Unfortunately, this is a private matter. Her look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Juno says, Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakon at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Bolverk says, Fein, Valka. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for spell weaver blood. Whoa! He's threatening Juno? Holy shit, who is this guy? That says, Claw and Fang, I bet you money it's his axes. Volka says his axes. The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've ever seen before. Bolverk says, so, you're leading this rabble now? Alette says, only to Arberong. Then it's King Meinolf's job. Bolverk says, like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Alette says, what's your name? Volka says, I'm Volka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. Volka says, I already know who you are, chieftain. Let's just roll with it. I'm the freaking chieftain. Alette's the chieftain. You guys mentioned a problem I should know about? The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step toward you. I don't like this guy. This guy's... I don't know if he's evil straight up, but there's something wrong with him. Bulwark says, you stopping to save every Feyan idiot along the river will get us all killed. Feyan is apparently the Battlestar Galactica replacement for fuck in this world. Like frack or frelling in Farscape. Volka says, makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. Bulwark says, and get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. Yeah, we're not getting rid of useless people. Sorry. Bulwark says, we'll see what happens when you really get desperate, kid. If you're even still in charge of these fools. Bulwark snorts and turns his attention to a large, sealed card behind him. His bare, cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Good. I don't like this dude. Myra's horns sawed off. Deadbeat, Farscape is probably my favorite show of all time. Of all time! Alright, well we got 4 renown, we could rest a day. What does that get us? We don't even know if our heroes are injured or not, because we can't view them. So let's just leave. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring... Finn is the Norwegian and Swedish and possibly Icelandic equivalent for fuck. Oh, okay. I did not know that it was actually a Scandinavian word. Frankie, what's Gorum? Is that a similarly fictional swear word? Okay. So here's my feeling for Alette so far. She feels a little lost. Doesn't... Oh yeah, Finnish is its own thing. Finns are a completely different beast, I think. She feels a little lost. She does not feel at all ready to lead, I don't think. She is very impatient with anybody who gives her any shit. From Firefly and Serenity. Okay, thank you, Freaky. I have not seen Firefly. I think I watched maybe the first episode and never watched the rest of it. Serenity I've never seen either. Right, Alette. Yeah, so... challenges those who challenge her, not really very confident about her own leadership skills, mourning her father, but I feel like the people that she is familiar with, even if she doesn't know them very well, like Hakon, the people that have come with her from Borsgard, the people that fought with her against Belor, she would be more conciliatory towards, trust more, because they are comrades in arms. They've fought and bled with her and with her father, so she would be completely unwilling to give Bulwark the time of day because he seems like an asshole and he had nothing to do with the fight in Borsgard. But someone like Hakon, I feel like she would be much more friendly towards. We have a couple of black metal fans here. So she's going to tell Hakon, I can help if you need it. The giant raises his eyebrows. You've got your own battles to fight, little one. I hear men saying they don't want to follow a girl. Improving yourself while being compared to the previous leader of your clan isn't easy. His mood darkens. Vognir's death still doesn't sit well with me. I aim to figure it out, for now. But for now, let's sail. Right, so Vognir was the previous king of the Varl, and he was slain in a fight in which he and Luden were the only 2 defenders. It seemed like maybe a dredge killed him, but Hakon and Moger expressed doubt that Vognir could be slain by just such a small handful of dredge at the time. So they suspected foul play on Luden's part, but never actually came out with an accusation. In the meantime, Hakon, having to take on the mantle of leadership after the unforeseen death of his leader, I think makes him a kindred spirit with Alette, who has to take on the mantle of leadership after her father's death. Let's just depart. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety long ships built of scrap wood scavenged in Borsgard. The ravens find space around a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Ha ha! We're moving now. Let's see you catch us, dredge. The complaints of a few are growing. What does she really know about getting us to Arborong safely? A smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father was something else, but her? She should be looking for a husband, not telling me what to do. Some laugh, others encourage him. Oddleif looks at the group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. I just feel like Alette's not really in a mood to put up with people's shit. She lost her father, she didn't ask for this, and now these people are being smartasses. I think she'd tell them to go fuck themselves. Relax, girl, the smith says. We're not the only ones with doubts about you. If you ever threaten me again, I'll... You draw your bow and aim. I've got too much going on to repeat myself. Oh, I said that apparently. I've got too much going on to repeat myself. The men look angry, but know they're outnumbered. They disembark at the next turn in the river. Oddleif looks impressed. Good. We threatened them and they left. Frankie says, in before the dredge pull up Pirates of the Caribbean come walking along the bottom. You know, we don't know what they are. They might not need to breathe air. They could do exactly that. Yeah, seriously, I don't know why Alette would put up with that shit. She was never weak before. She was perhaps sentimental. She really cared about her dad. But having lost her dad, I don't feel like she would be meek. I feel like she's just like, look, I have nothing else to lose right now, you stupid assholes, so push me as far as you want. Alio looks ill. Eel? At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Arborong is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours' rest on solid ground. Oh, great. This guy's a Samuel Tarley. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Alio asks. Just waiting for them to grow wings, fly at you? Oof. Arborong's walls have never been breached. I think we'd go with Juno's explanation. She seems to know what the hell's going on. Yes, Sam's a badass, Frankie, but he cannot handle seafaring at all. Menders? The Scald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. He realizes Ivan and Juno can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Valka and her apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. Dredge, Alio says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real and here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The long ship rocks gently, and the Skald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon. We'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. Horses? That's the first mention I've heard of horses in this universe. His dramatized misery... Good, so we're going with the theater major attitude for this guy. Is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. Morale improved. Good. We made some people seasick and everybody's happier for it. Mm? Mm. Map of the world. We've seen it. Location of your caravan. Right? What else could you possibly show us about a map? Prior to arriving at Alio's village, the caravan had hurriedly embarked from Borsgard in the wake of the devastating siege laid by Belor and his armies. Click on board. Okay, we've read that. Pretty sure it didn't change since the first game. Wait a minute, I thought we were already at Ormsdaler. The hell? I was misled. Okay, so that village that we rescued people at was not Ormsdaler. It was something up here near the Toothpick Wood. We already read that. Oh, for God's sake. They didn't do this in the first game. Reaching Arborong, the human capital, is the ultimate goal of the caravan. It is hoped that the walls of the ancient city will provide safety against the deepening catastrophe. Click on Arborong to learn more. Arborong. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arborong is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by the weaving power of the Menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, more dangerous. Oh, sorry, I suddenly seem to have the hiccups. Explore the map at any time. So, if I had to guess, I would venture that the second game will concern us moving from Borsgard to Arborong. And maybe someplace else, because that would seem like the first game covered freaking Strand to Grofheim to Skoger to Borsgard. It covered most of the northern third of the map. The second game only covering the small stretch. We gotta end up going someplace else, right? We get to Arborong and then we run somewhere? Or sail somewhere? I don't know. Anyway, okay, we've done it. How do I get me out of here? Get me out of here! Oh, we should read about this because we're right next to it. Toothpick Wood. The butt end of a sprawling wood that comes to a point and was split by roads forged by early settlers, though it may be just as well known for the rewards reaped of fat pheasants that have been all but hunted to extinction here. Okay, but seriously, usually there's an X. Thank you. What? There we go. That's what I wanted. As you travel through the world, time passes. The number of days passed is shown here. Each time a full day passes, your supplies will be consumed. Morale drops during continuous travel when supplies run low. In order to raise morale, you must camp and allow your caravan to rest. The number of days worth of remaining supplies is shown here. In order to maintain morale and heal injuries, you must rest in camp. Furthermore, camping provides you with opportunities to increase your battle prowess and converse with your heroes. Click here to camp. Okay, we're camping. We'll go another 15 minutes, guys, then we'll pack it in. Let's rest, because it's telling us to rest. Let's visit the hero's tent, because it's telling us to visit the hero's tent. So who we got in the group here, huh? Good grief. All right, I get it. There should be a skip the tutorial option for those who are importing from 1. We have Nid, Alette, Odleaf. Odleaf is 4. She was 1 in the previous game. Crap, that's kind of awesome. Okay. We have 6 points. Sure. And Mogan is level 4. That's as was before. Hogan is level 3 when he was level 2 or level 1 last time. That's interesting. Ekil is also level 3. I think he was level 1 previous game. Ivan can be promoted. I don't know that we were able to promote anybody past level 5. Previously, oh my god. 40 kills. Gunolf, you beast. Luden's level 3, he was level 2, I think, before. Trigvi is level 3, he was level 2 before. Elio we can promote already. Hakon we can promote. Oh, we can't afford to promote all these people. Let has a ton of kills. She didn't have that many kills in the original game, did she? That's a lot, 27. Gunolf, I'm pretty sure, had the most kills, and he... Okay, 40, maybe. Maybe she had 27. It cost you 7 to promote Mogre. Mogre's pretty fantastic. And 7 to promote Gris. Two points for Nid. I think I might try to use Nid more often. I don't know. We'll save the promotions for when we actually build a party to fight with. Let's talk to Trigvi, though. Trigvi pulls a leaf out of your hair. The strange and oddly prophetic spearman lived near you in Skogar and has been traveling with you all along. Prophetic? I don't know that I've ever heard him be prophetic. Have you guys? I don't remember that. Trigvi says, it's hard to push a spear through a tree. Easier to turn the tree into another spear. Let's just wait for him to continue. What? That's it. Shoo now. Haha, shoo! Okay. Trigvi starts laughing. It's disturbing. And as you walk away, you hear him singing. Trigvi says, yellow and blue, a lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. Yellow and blue? Sure thing, Trigvi, you old nut. Two men approach while no one else is around. One is wearing a wolf cloak and missing a hand. The other is a guard with crazed hair shoved into a helmet. Shit, okay. What the fuck is this? Wolf cloak, crazed hair. Ruga says, finally, a moment alone with my new leader. Let says, is there something you need? Ruga says, seems I should be asking you that. I'm Ruga, governor of Borsgard. Oh, what the fuck? Where were you, dude? Yeah, why am I just now meeting you? What in the hell? Ruga says, with the chaos of the siege and the flight from Borsgard, this is my first chance to meet and congratulate you. Your command, so far, has been impressive. He's missing a hand. That's right, they said he was missing a hand. The guard nods his agreement, but says nothing. If that's all I need to tend to other things. Yeah, I don't have respect for this man. He did not show up until after his town was already... until after my father sacrificed his life to save his town. Ruga says, maybe my advice will have to wait then. Of course, I might not be so generous next time. Are you sure you won't hear me out? Alright, this guy's sounding vaguely threatening. Let's hear it. What's your advice? Ruga says, you've never been to Arborong before, right? Well, it says, I'd never left Skogar before all this. Ruga says, a pretty girl rarely needs to leave her village. I'm sure men were already offering to provide for you. 10 kinds of bonkers. Yeah, he's like... Look at his eyes. You're right. He is, he's like Akil times 10. Ruga says, but I'm from Arborong. It's different than anything you can imagine. That says, different how? Ruga says, it's the seat of power. Twice as many people in Borsgard, as Borsgard, all clawing to get closer to the king. It's a sight, but it'll probably scare you. Yeah, there's way worse things for me to worry about, dude. Ruga says, really? I heard you've made it this far without killing anyone. I hope that's not out of fear. Pretty sure Alet's killed some people. What the hell are you talking about? You're right, Publican. Shifty eyes. Where did you hear that rumor? Now, okay, so full disclosure, I know that in the first game there is an achievement you can unlock if Alet goes through the whole game without killing any humans or Varl. I've never unlocked it because that's really freaking hard to do. So maybe this guy is referring to that achievement as if it was a rumor about Alet that she doesn't like to kill people or Varl, which she has expressed that she doesn't like to do. But why that would be true? I don't. Why would that rumor have passed on when she clearly has? I don't know. Alet says, I can do what's necessary. Ruga says, remind yourself of that so you're always prepared to act. I'll teach you what I can along the way. We'll try to shore up the fact that you're a young girl, but it'll take work. He smiles. With emotion, he and his guard depart. I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him. No way. The guy's totally thinking like, oh, I have this weak young lady leading the group. I can take over in a matter of days if I play my cards right. That's what he's thinking. Fuck that shit. Ahead, driftwood has collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longships. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risks from whatever might be lurking in the trees. Portage sucks. Ugh. Fucking portage. No, I don't... Row hard will break through seems like a decision that's bound to go wrong. Let's bank the ships. We'll take our time. We'll set all the axemen to chopping. We have plenty of food for now. Let's just take it carefully. Once on land, Ivor, Hakon, and anyone else with an axe start hacking away at the wood blockage. Thudding sounds fill the air. Moments later, Ruga says, damn, we've got company. As Dredge approach from the woods, you realize you'll have to hold them off until the axemen are finished. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Frankie. I wouldn't even bother to lift it as high as his eyes. I'd just stab it right through his throat. About to enter battle. We can always modify difficulty. Nah. Just access difficulty settings. Okay, fine. Turn order. Shit, something tells me... Hey, where'd everybody go? We had way more people previously. Like, Ivor's not even here. I guess, okay, alright. Never mind. There's a group working on the logs. Fine. Okay. Oh, I can take them all out. Fine. Nice. Moger, Gris, you guys are in front. Let's see what the hell this guy can do. What do you do anyway? What's your thing? Poet. Great. Tale worth telling. The Skald exalts his target to feats of strength and heroism. His words buff an ally for 1 round, adding 1 damage for every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. Wait a minute, let me make sure I make sense of that. 1 damage for any 2 strength the enemy is above the target. Okay, so the stronger the enemy, the more strength he's able to add to your dude. The boasts have no effect if the buffed ally attacks an enemy of equal or lower strength. So picking the right target. Okay, I got it. Got it. Okay. Scald Song. Scald adds +1 willpower to allies if standing within one tile of an ally who delivers a killing blow. Effective use of this will keep your heroes from tiring in combat. So keeping the Scald in range of other fighters so we can move to them quickly is key. Alright. I hope this guy spits hot fire. You know what? Let's use him in this first fight so we can get some exposure to what the hell it is that he actually does. Better learn it now, early on, when we have an expectation that things will be a little bit easier. Let's bring Trigvi in. Let's bring Let in. Let's... what the hell? Let's bring Nid in, huh? I think I'm actually going to have him go last. We have 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Alright, Moger, you're it, dude. You're getting the promotion. Since I use you as my armor breaker, I'm going to give you more armor yourself. So that you can last longer. Okay. After this fight, we'll end this stream. Tutorial. Okay, so what do we got here? We got 1 caller, 2 callers, 2 shield dudes, 2 grunts. Something tells me we probably can't go through these routes. We have to go around them. Okay. Alette. Nid. Alio. Fuck, I don't know. There, I guess. Get that debris cleared. Hurry. Oh, shit. We can clear debris? Okay. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, these guys are working on the wood. Okay, I got it. Wait, Alette was talking to them. Okay, she wasn't talking about the tree debris, I don't think. That's how it would go. Alio's gonna start a rap battle. Crap! Crap, sir! Alright, dude. Drop some bodacious rhymes. This only happens for the next round, right? Tale worth telling. Every 2 strength enemy has over ally gives 1 strength damage. Um. Okay, sure. Do it to Alette. Yes! That sounded awesome. I like that guy. Alette, no! Oh, shit. Alright. Actually might help. If she still has that power next time. That won't knock him back through that guy. No. Okay. Drink me! Oh, nope. Gris. Knockback, one tile target bleeds, one strength per move on next turn. Nah, that kinda sucks. Nid! God damn it. I did not intend for that guy to get so much, to get these guys to get so close to my archers. This guy and this guy. Hang on, Mogre. Well, shit. So much for doing your awesome special ability. Oh, god damn it. Oh, right. It's not going to work on... Oh, shit. I was thinking do it to this guy. I was thinking use his power on Mogre so Mogre could get some bonus damage to him, but of course he can't because this guy's strength is less than Mogre's. So the best way to do it, Mogre would get lots of extra strength damage against him. He does go next, but he can't touch anybody. Well, he can if Mogre moves up there to kill this guy. When does that guy go? So Gris, Trigvi, Alette, Nid. Alette can't kill him. Nid can't kill him. Gris and Trigvi can't kill him. Alright, it's up to you, Mogre. This is a waste. Now I'm opening Alette up to more damage, too. See? Alette's down. Shit. Hmm. Damn. Okay, thanks, dude. I think, maybe? Alio with a nice hit. Okay, Mogre. Oh, god damn it. Now you? Okay, Gris. Oh no! Hang on, Gris! Not gonna be able to get to that motherfucker. Fuck! He's gonna call somebody. Son of a bitch. That bastard right there. Okay. Alio, kill this dude. That is okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, down goes Gris. Hang on, Mogre baby. Actually, Alio, why don't you kill this guy? Hey, check it out. Achievement unlocked. Oh, nice. Why did that happen just now? Okay, Mogre, finish him off. Okay, this dude is very, very good. I like the poet. That's good. You hear the axemen cheer as the blockage of wood breaks up and disappears down the river, but the dredge have regrouped. One of them looks especially menacing. The fighters around you are tired, but could buy everyone else enough time to safely board the ships. Oh, I think we gotta get out of here. We just gotta get to the ships. You and your fighters turn and run, leaping for long ships at the river's edge. Slinger rocks knock against shields and a few helmets, but the ships move away. Everyone is safe until a glowing rock lands on the bow of a rear ship. The explosion kills a few. The river kills the rest. Ugh. Blast. Literally, blast. Defeat 3 enemies with a poet. Hey, we did it in one fight. Nid is promoted. Mogre's promoted. Let's injured. Yeah, we knew that. Gris is injured. Holy crap, 14 renown. Okay. That's more than we got in any one fight in the first game. Okay. Some of our heroes are injured and need rest. Okay, fine. We camped? Okay, let's get through this conversation. Then we'll stop. Iris says, we might make it down this river to the capital without any more trouble. Yeah, right, dude. You look at Iris, surprised by his optimism. Iris says, and I might sprout wings and start flying. Alette says, would that make up for your missing arm? Iris says, hey, I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. Alette says, I suppose that's fair. So what are you worried about now? Iris says, I think you should make use of this trainer in his tent that we haul around everywhere. Ooh, wait, what? If you ever say to a woman, hey, make use of this man in his tent, it's going to take me a second to parse out what you're saying there. You can't hesitate anymore when it comes to killing others, not when it comes to protecting your own. Let's bank the ships and make sure you're ready by challenging your skills. Oh, God, okay. Alright, let's leave it here then, everyone. We'll have to resume next week, Thursday. First Thursday in October. We'll be rejoining Morrowind and the Banner Saga 2. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Thanks to everybody who hung out in the chat this evening. I appreciate your attention. Thanks to everybody who watched on YouTube. We're going to wrap this one up. Good night, Deadbeat. Good night, Ciara. Good night, Publican. Good night, Frankie. Good night, Deadbeat. I already said you. Anybody else is still around? I think everybody else is retired. Anybody else that's out there, if I missed you, good night. I will see you guys next week. Until then, take care, and I'll see you around.